This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Jalani Tesfaye for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema elected Gabon's president. Ethiopia and Algeria sign agreements to boost ties. World Bank commits $16 billion portfolio to Nigeria. Grand Gulf Energy enters offshore Namibia. Now, the news in detail. Gabon's transitional leader, Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, has been elected president with over 90% of the vote, the Interior Ministry announced. Nguema, who led the 2023 coup that ousted President Ali Bongo, won a landslide victory in Saturday's election, Gabon's first since the coup. His closest rival, former Prime Minister Alain Claude Biliye secured just over 3%. With over 920,000 registered voters and a 70% turnout, the election marks a major step in Gabon's return to constitutional rule. Now to Ethiopia and Algeria. Ethiopia and Algeria have signed several key agreements to boost economic and diplomatic ties. The wide-ranging MOUs were inked during the 5th Ethio-Algeria Joint Ministerial Commission meeting in Addis Ababa. Ministers from both countries pledged to turn their strong political partnership into concrete economic cooperation across sectors like trade, energy, health, and technology. Ethiopia's Foreign Minister Gabon Timotheos and his Algerian counterpart Ahmed Attaf emphasized the need for deeper engagement to unlock untapped opportunities. The meeting ended with both sides expressing optimism about a new era of partnership between the two nations. Moving on to EU and Mauritius. Mauritius and the European Union convened their first partnership dialogue, co-chaired by Mauritius's Foreign Affairs Minister and the EU Ambassador. The dialogue reviewed progress in diplomatic, economic, and trade relations since 2022, emphasizing shared values of democracy and human rights. Minister Dananjay Ramphul acknowledged the shifting global landscape and reaffirmed the EU as a trusted partner. The discussions covered critical issues such as climate action, economic resilience, and maritime security. EU Ambassador Oscar Benedict echoed the need for reliable partnerships amid global instability, highlighting the EU's commitment to enhancing collaborations in various sectors, including innovation and sustainable development. Shifting to GITEX. The third edition of GITEX Africa has officially commenced in Marrakech, Morocco. The event is planned to take place over 3 consecutive days from April 14 to 16, 2025. This event stands as the continent's largest and most impactful gathering for technology and startups, showcasing innovation and fostering collaboration on an unprecedented scale. This remarkable gathering will unite an impressive array of participants, featuring 1,450 exhibitors, 740 startups, and over 45,000 visitors from more than 130 nations. This year's edition will place a strong emphasis on strategic sectors that are pivotal for Africa's development and digital transformation. In other news, a high-level meeting focused on Black Sea security will be held on Tuesday and Wednesday at the Naval Forces Command headquarters in Ankara, the Turkish Defense Ministry said on Sunday. The meeting aims to discuss military planning measures to preserve peace in the region, particularly in the event of a potential ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, the ministry said in a statement. Military representatives from various countries are expected to attend, with the discussion centered on the maritime dimension of maintaining stability in the Black Sea. The meeting builds on earlier cooperation efforts, including the establishment of the Mine Countermeasures Black Sea Task Group in July 2024. Meanwhile, Cambodia begins celebrating its 3-day Lunar New Year, the Year of the Snake. The traditional New Year is the largest holiday in the Southeast Asian country. On occasion, people prepare food, fruits, and soft drinks on altars, as well as light candles and incense sticks in order to greet the New Year's angel. In a New Year message to the compatriots, Prime Minister Hun Manet expressed his best wishes to all Cambodians, reaffirming the government's commitment to further boosting economic growth and national development. He highlighted the kingdom's significant achievements last year in the areas of economy, trade, investment, agriculture, foreign affairs, social affairs, public works and transport, energy, tourism, culture, religious affairs, and telecommunications, among others. He vowed to continue safeguarding peace and to bring further socio-economic development into the kingdom in the new year.
The story of resurgent Ethiopia and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Turning to business news. The World Bank has committed over $16 billion to 18 active development projects in Nigeria. The investment aims to address Nigeria's critical development needs, including enhancing access to essential services like electricity, education, and healthcare, while promoting gender inclusion and improving food security through increased agricultural productivity. To strengthen collaboration, World Bank's Regional Vice President for Western and Central Africa, Usamane Dianga, will visit Nigeria from April 14 to 17, 2025. His visit will focus on economic recovery, job creation, and human capital investment discussions. Finally, Grand Gulf Energy is set to explore offshore Namibia, joining major players like Shell, Chevron, and Total Energies. The company has entered a binding option agreement to acquire 100% of Wrangell Pty Limited, which has applied for a 70% working interest in Block 2312 within the Walvis Basin. This application is in partnership with TSE Oil and Gas, 20%, and the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, 10%. Block 2312, located south of Chevron, operated PEL 82, spans approximately 16,800 square kilometers. Historic data indicates well-developed source rocks and oil-saturated sandy reservoirs, estimating a mere prospective resource of 1.1 billion barrels of oil. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. Now to weather updates. That's all for today, and thanks for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.